One of the interesting things I've noticed is that there is a lot going on in this world that's trying to obscure our path, or even kind of remove the power that we have to burn our own path. Society seems to be in a phase where categorizing and labeling people as quickly as possible is encouraged. We want to label people as introverts, extroverts, introverts, extrovert. I don't even know. There's so many labels there. We want to identify ourselves by our personality test, our Myers-Briggs, or our color, or our love language. We want to identify by our, Harry Potter house. A bit of a Ravenclaw, a bit of a, Gryffindor here. In any case, we want to identify ourselves, and we have these shorthand ways of saying it, saying who we are, who we identify as, and also we have shorthand ways of identifying other folks that turn into labels and too often simplify, what's really going on. And I know the purpose is to simplify, but also to have a shorthand way of transmitting, important things to us, to other people, so we can find that, common ground. And that's just fine. However, when we categorize too much, when we fall into the habit of categorizing others, we are doing ourselves a disservice, and we're absolutely doing others a disservice. It's fine to find that common ground, of course, but we also need to, as soon as possible, look beyond. We need to see people better. We need to stop and think about what they might be going through each day, and in the moment that we're reading them. Hopefully this isn't going to be a road rage video, I promise. We need to see them as individuals. We do want to find our tribe. There is safety in tribe. There's comfort. There's shelter when needed. There's certainly a safety in that we feel like we know where we can turn when something is going wrong, or when we're out of sorts, when we're hopefully not under attack, but if we do become that, we know where we can turn, and that's what a good tribe will do for us. But the tribe can also be a trap. We need to be careful about not letting our shelter from our tribe be a trap for us to just become complacent, to label others, to see others as other, to feel like we're on different sides of things and form adversarial relationships. Adversarial relationships is what I said there. It's important to not see others as adversaries, but to see them as allies. Think about exercising. Some of you might not exercise. I encourage you to do so. I'm getting back into it. I really enjoy it. I like doing it alone a lot. I like to ride around on my bike outside when I've got time in the nice early morning when the air's crisp and smells great out there. I love it. I love that time to myself. But I also like spin class. I like to go in there and feel kind of tired, and have the instructor and have the rest of the participants have some sort of combined will, strengthens my own will. And there are studies that show that working out with others as opposed to working out by yourself can yield different and additional benefits around happiness and overall physical and emotional health. And so that's really an important thing that we should think about. We do want our tribe. We do want to be individuals. We do want to go take time to ourselves so we know what our own inner voice sounds like and who we are inside. But we also need to see others as not adversaries, but as allies. We rob ourselves if we don't see others as allies, if we don't recruit people to our cause. Sometimes recruiting people to our cause can be scary because it requires a bit of vulnerability. That's okay. That's okay. It's hard. Try something small. Like, I'm having a rough day today, guys. I'd love to see if I could get with someone maybe for a coffee or for drinks or something. I don't drink coffee personally, but I can have a hot chocolate and sit with somebody and vent with them if they need me to, or vent at somebody if needed. If I'm having a really rough time and I just need to just let it go, I have a couple friends that I will call, and I will vent to them, and they'll listen to me and not understand much of what I'm saying if it's professional venting, but they understand my need to have them there and to vent to them. So back to that very first statement of we need balance in us. We want to have extremes. We want to be able to express ourselves at every level of every side of the spectrum of extreme expression. But in general, we do want to be feeling like we're in balance internally, externally. And so instead of just saying I have a tribe, the end, let's be really frank about I am an individual. I identify as Ravenclaw or Hufflepuff, and I am NFJ. I don't even know that stuff very well. I have all these labels that I assign to myself, but I'm also a person who's more complex than all those things. I see that you are those things, and we have common ground here, but I see that you're a more complex person than that as well. And I want to do these things for myself. I want to burn my own creative path, but I'm going to have you be part of my life, part of my path. You're going to be an ally for me. And people love that. We love to help others. We love to be a part of people's lives. When we can lose at least some of ourselves, some of our selfishness in service to others and being a part of people's lives, we find some truths about ourselves.